Alex Behunin with LowKickMMA. I'm here with Chris Gutierrez, who returns to action on November 12th at UFC 281. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just finished some training, getting some rest now. Ready to go back later on for some more.
What'd you do today?
Today was MMA, just a mixture of everything.
Awesome, man. Awesome. You're 12 days out. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Feel good. So
Awesome.
excited.
Awesome. Awesome. I bet. But before we get to that fight, got a very important question for you. Who gave you El Guapo?
Man, I was years back. I was an amateur and I was fighting in Arkansas. And there was my parents weren't there, so I was like me and this other little Hispanic kid were the only Hispanic kids on the card. And his parents, when it was my turn to fight, his parents started chanting "Guapo, Guapo," and the whole crowd started saying it, and it kind of stuck after that, you know.
Uh, Perfect. Awesome. That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to go back to your fight in March, man. How did it feel to be back in front of a crowd and to another finish?
man, it was amazing. It was you can feel the electricity in the building, and man, it was almost like a dream. You know, that's the only way I can explain it. It was a surreal moment, and I took advantage of it, and I plan to do the same November 12th.
Awesome, awesome. I've said for years that you have the best leg kicks in all of MMA. When did you really start implementing them into your game? Because I know, like back before you were in the UFC, you stopped Jimmy Flick with them. Like when did you really start using them?
Yeah, way like into my amateur. Just I come from soccer. I'm soccer background. I'm Hispanic. Kick. That's all we do. So, um, yeah, I just kick. No secret to it.
How did you find out that they were so effective? Because I know that, fighters don't really like to do that in training, right? So was it just like you started doing them in fights and figured like, fuck, like these things hurt?
Yeah, it's just over time you just you're training and then you kick people and they're like ow and you're like I didn't even kick you that hard and then you're just like then over time you just start doing it and start chopping people down.
Awesome, awesome. And then finally, before we get to your fight, I feel like you're finally starting to get the respect that you deserve. I feel like the hardcore fans know how elite you are and how good you are. Do you kind of feel that your name has been being out there a little bit more?
uh yeah, you can say that. I guess the fruits of my labor are starting to pay off a little bit, but I still don't even view it like that. I've always been the underdog in everything I've ever done, so I keep that same mentality. I could be the champion, and I would still have the underdog mentality. That's just how my life has been. To be honest, I've never been given the credit. I've for whatever fucking reason, but it doesn't matter. I feel like um, it makes the victory twice as sweet because I know I wasn't handed anything,
Mm.
and I know when I get the win, I know it took work. So like I said, it almost feels twice as nice.
I did want to ask one last thing before we get to the fight about being back at the gym. Factory X had a bad weekend this weekend. Dustin was robbed, and Josh got finished. What was the attitude in the gym this morning?
Oh, it's you know, uh, life goes on.
Mm.
You got to keep rolling. Unfortunately, you learn. You want to learn on a win, but you know, you if your teammates lose, you want to learn from them. Mistakes they made. So we actually talked about some stuff today. That's a secret. We can't say everything, but yeah, you learn, and yeah, I don't I saw the mistakes that were made, and today was about very being aware of certain things, and yeah, it was a very good class today.
Awesome, awesome, cool. All right, well, let's talk about it, man. UFC 281, New York. Frankie Edgar. First of all, have you ever been to New York?
Yeah, I've been to New York. Never fought in Madison Square Garden, but I'm excited. It's a mecca and dream come true. And yeah, like I said, it's finally feels like it's paying off a little bit. Just got to go in and do my job.
I guess that was done. That was a dumb question. I said I should have asked if you fought in New York because you were fighting out of New Jersey for a minute there. So you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm from New Jersey. I'm from the East Coast originally, but I was raised in the South. So, like I said, I was East Coast born, but Southern raised. So, going back home, it's nothing. You know, I know he's gonna have the home advantage, but at the end of the day, I'm not fighting the crowd. I'm fighting him. So,
For sure, for sure. When they came to you with the name Frankie Edgar, were you surprised?
no, I like to think that you know, when the opportunity came, I was ready. You know, I was controlling the things that I could, and you know, that opportunity meets you know, what is it like? Yeah, the opportunity came knocking, and I was ready.
Is it do you kind of feel it's like an honor that you get to fight him in his retirement fight? Like you get to be the one to retire him?
Yeah, you know, you have to respect what Frankie has done, you know, in his career. You know, I respect him as an athlete, and yeah, it's you know, I you know, watching him fight when he was on that MTV show, you know, and it's you know, crazy to think you know, years later, now I'm the one that's going to be fighting him on his retirement. So life does come full circle, and I'm ready.
Awesome. What do you think of the matchup?
I like it. You know, I like it. Like I said, you know, he's very durable. He's got a lot of tricky things he does, but so do I. And I'm confident in my abilities, and ultimately, I lean on my training and my work ethic. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. How do you kind of see the fight playing out? It's on paper, it's a very fun fight. Do you kind of just are you expecting Frankie to be Frankie? Like, are you not expecting him to kind of be flashed on his last fight, or do you think he's going to play it smart?
I don't care. You know, and I don't mean that in a rude way. It's just you know, I'm removing the name of the face, and it's just the body, and I'm gonna run through it.
Mm.
I don't. Like I said, I don't care what he brings or what he's gonna do. I'll you know, I'll prepare for that when it's time, and if some adjustments have to be made, they will be made. But ultimately, I have a job to do.
I love it. I love it. Going into Madison Square Garden, probably going to be a pro Frankie crowd. Are you ready for that?
Oh, of course. Like I said, man, I've that's been my whole life, but my whole career, man. Like I get booed everywhere. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I will get my respect,
Mm,
and I'll see to it.
awesome. Awesome. Well, at the end of the day, November 12th, how do you get your hand raised?
A little bit of that, a little bit of this, and I'll find a way. I don't. I've never been the person to call it. I'm sorry. I've
It's
never
all
been the
good.
person to just call what I'm going to do. Um, I just let my instincts take over, and yeah. So that's it's for people to tune in and watch. You know.
Yeah, awesome. And finally, man, you get a win over Frankie. That's a good name on your resume. It gets you into those rankings that a lot of people think that you should already be in. How's that going to feel?
Going to feel good, of course. You know, anytime you win at the highest level, winning's hard in general. You know, but to win at the highest level is hard to come by, and I've been blessed to be able to be on, you know, 6, 7 fight win streak, and you know, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So I'm excited. You know, yeah. Whatever comes next comes. You know, my job's to fight
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
awesome. Um, and finally, just a couple last things. I asked your guy Jonathan Martinez after his fight. He got to take out Cub Swanson, a legend. You potentially get to take out Frankie Edgar, who's a legend. What's that kind of feel like? You know, you guys are both rising to the, you know, and it's finally got your guys' time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, you know, me and Jonathan kind of, we grew up the same. Our parents are very alike. We are very alike. We're both from Texas, so it's very motivational and very inspirational to see, where we come from. Um, me speaking for myself, like I don't come from shit, man. I don't have anything I can fall back on. This is what I got. So, and for him as well, so to know where we come from and to be where we're at now, man, it's not many get to be in those shoes. So the fact that we're there, we tell each other all the time, we got to keep going, nothing's going to get on our way, and that's the mentality that we have, so yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. And then finally, I just want your thoughts on a couple fights on the card. First, who you got in Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler, and who do you got in the main event, Alex Pereira versus Izzy?
I got Dustin Poirier on that one. I like Dustin. We've met a couple times, and we actually fought when I was an amateur. I think it was like my second or third fight. He was a pro, and we fought on the same card. And when I met him at International Fight Week, I kind of was like, hey, like, we fought on the same card at Ring Rulers, and he remembered, and so we kind of hit it off. And it was kind of nice to be able to go back and reminisce on those times a little bit. But he's a cool guy, so like I hats off to him, and hopefully he gets the dub.
Awesome, man.
And then for Izzy and Alex Pereira, I got Izzy. I don't like how they're just counting him out. He's the champ. You got to put some respect on that, and the fact that they're just kind of saying this guy's going to knock him out again. I don't like that. I don't think that's respectful towards him and his accomplishments and strides that he's made. Because that's not the same Izzy that fought, and neither is Alex. So it'll be good to see. But I'm kind of rocking with Izzy on this one.
Awesome. Chris, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
If you want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors you have, and if you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you giving me the time too. I want to thank my management team. I want to thank my gym, Factory X. All my people from Guatemala and Colombia. Thank you for rocking with me. All the love and support that people show me. Let's continue to rock it, and we got one more to go, November 12th, one fight at a time. Like I said, Impact Dental, thank you for, the mouth guards and stuff. Yeah, let's continue to rock it.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.